The first topic we'll be talking about is Nick's picks of the week. That's right, Nick's picks is back. So what we're gonna be doing? Let me try and figure out how to do this. Hold up, I did not set this up before. Window capture. There we go. There we go. Google. Cool. That's it. Awesome. So we're gonna be doing this. There's gonna be a lot of hiccups, but we got it. All right. So can you see? I have the screen share as well. Share your screen.
Oh, you can screen share? Okay, cool.
Yeah. So screen share.
That's fancy.
Be Google. Go live. Awesome. So I'm going to be showing off my pick. So for the first pick, I have the Bills over the Patriots. I feel like that's a pretty consensus overall. Everyone's okay with that. Do you agree?
Yeah, it's a gimme. The Patriots have been pretty good this year, better than expectations. But the Bills have just been, they're Super Bowl
They're the
favorites
Bills.
for a reason.
Yeah, they're the Bills. I have the Browns over the Texans, which I also don't think is a shocker. Even with Deshaun Watson 2 year suspension finally coming off, I do think that he'll be able to do whatever he wants against this defense.
Agree. I think the Texans will put up a fight. I don't think it'll be a blowout, but I think the Browns win ultimately.
Thank God. Next one is an easy game for the Ravens. Broncos at Ravens. Home game for the Ravens. I think
Come on,
that's just
Nick,
gonna
let's
give me.
ride.
Come on, yeah, let's ride. Nah, let's ride. Let's ride to an L. That's okay. Let's ride to an L. I don't think this locker room will survive. In fact, later in the episode, we'll be talking about the coaches on the hot seat, and the Broncos will be making a showing. So I definitely think that the Broncos are just imploding right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Next is the Chargers at the Raiders. I do have the Chargers winning this. I think that's also not a shocker.
I really like the Raiders. I think, their coach is going to get them better. I really like Derek Carr, but they got the pieces. They just need to start showing up. But the Chargers, Justin Herbert's been top 5 quarterback since he's came into the league. So yeah, the Chargers over the Raiders there for sure.
There, that's how I'm gonna do this. Sorry, I was figuring it out. Next is the Chiefs at the Bengals. I almost chose the Bengals. I almost did. This is a rematch of the AFC Championship game last year. Wait, no, was it the championship or the divisional? Whatever. It's a rematch from the playoffs. To where the
It was a
Bengals.
championship.
It was a championship. Cool. Yeah, the
So yeah.
Bengals, they beat the Chiefs last year. I think this year the Chiefs are just better than them, and they've been better all season. So I think it's gonna be a really easy win for them.
I agree.
Next is the Jets at the Vikings. Now, I love the Jets defense, but man, I love Justin Jefferson. I
What
want
time
to
is that
see.
game?
Yeah, what the hold on. Sauce Gardner versus Justin Jefferson. Oh my lord. I didn't even think about that. He's on my fantasy team, bro. Hold up. I'm gonna see what time that game is. I
Game,
hope
one game.
I
It's not prime time. We're good. We're good.
it's not prime time.
It's not prime time. We're good.
I want to be no, I want the entire world to see Justin Jefferson beat up on Sauce Gardner. Well, that's I'm watching that game. That's definitely the number one game in my book. That'll be fun. Sauce Gardner versus Justin Jefferson. That's gonna be insane. Next is Jaguars at Lions. Again, I love the Lions this year.
I do too.
Trevor Lawrence he had a pretty good showing last week, but I think it's just completely different. It's the Lions. Like I don't care. The Ravens were playing bad last week. The Lions are on a roll.
I really like the Lions this year as well. I really think the Jaguars have a bright future, but they're not in it this year. I think the Lions still have a playoff chance, so they're going to be fighting hard.
Well, yeah, I think they found their coach and their quarterback. I think they found the pairing finally.
We'll see. I don't know. Jared Goff is good. He is what they intended him to be. He's a good fill-in.
Yeah.
Until they find an actual young guy.
I was talking about
come
Trevor
in.
Lawrence. I was talking about the Jags. They found their
Oh,
quarterback.
Trevor Lawrence.
No.
No, I
I
was
don't
talking
think
about the
Jared
Lions.
Goff
I
is a
think they
future.
Dan Campbell is a great coach.
Oh, I love him. I can't wait till he gets his
Campbell's a great
hands
coach.
on one of these
Yeah,
young
no,
quarterbacks.
but 100%, yeah. They finally did find their over in Jacksonville.
Yeah, they tried Urban Meyer, but I think Doug Peterson is the perfect guy for Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah.
Next is the Steelers at the Falcons. Again, this is a game I think the Steelers could easily win, but I think the Falcons they're gonna run the balls as they want.
Yeah.
Is TJ Watt
Well,
back yet?
I don't think he is.
TJ
You
Watt.
go ahead and pull that up real quick. I really like the Steelers. I like Mike Tomlin. He's a great coach, great person. Falcons are going to win this one. I feel like, don't know what they're doing at QB, and this is a QB driven league, 100%. So,
I mean, he's still not back. He's still not back.
back. I still have the Falcons there.
Yeah, I think the Falcons are gonna win that. That's gonna be a close game though. Next is another game that can go either way. Tennessee at the Eagles. I'm gonna go the Eagles just because of how dominant they are. But that I can't take out Mike Vrabel in that team. He's been leading them to wins for the last 3 years. They shouldn't have won.
No, for sure. I mean, they don't have a quarterback at Tennessee. I don't care what you say about it. I don't care what anyone.
And they're still winning. They're still winning.
Mike Vrabel. Yeah, but they're not going to do anything with it. They need a quarterback, and as soon as they can get a quarterback, they'll be pretty good.
That's another team that they need to go for a young quarterback, a developmental quarterback. I mean, they have Malik Willis, but I don't think Malik Willis is the answer long term. Next is the Dolphins at the 49ers. I do have the protege beating the teacher. I think Mike McDaniel is insane with, I don't know what it is, what he takes as drugs, but man, his energy is infectious. I love Mike McDaniel. I think they easily win against the 49ers.
Okay, this is the first disagreement we're going to have. We actually have agreed on all of our picks, but San Francisco, I really like San Francisco in this game. I think they match up well against the Dolphins. It's going to be a shootout, but I think Jimmy G comes through for him. I think the 49ers have a good chance of running the table all the way to the rest of the playoffs. I think they are sneaky Super Bowl favorites, and so I really like the 49ers for this week and for the rest of the season.
Wow, okay. I'm shocked. I'm not going to lie. I thought that'd be an easy layup the first three. Wow, okay. What do you guys say about the Colts and the Cowboys then? Are you taking the Cowboys over the Colts?
Yeah, it's a fun story, but I think the fun story ends this
week. Yeah. Okay.
I think the Cowboys they're a good team. They're not a great team. They do what they need to do, and I think they'll beat out a worst Indianapolis team this week.
I don't know. Jeff Saturday might do some magic to where he beats one of the best teams in the NFC. Next, I have the Packers at the Bears. I do have the Packers winning. Honestly, only because I don't know Justin Fields' status. I would pick him if Justin Fields is 100% healthy.
It's not known. They have not come out with it as far as I know, as of the resident Bear fan on this podcast. They have not, to my knowledge, come out with information. If Justin's healthy, I'm going with the Bears. If he's not, Green Bay 100%.
I mean, Darnell Mooney, he's been hurt. He's out for the season now, but he's been hurt, and he's still been winning. Not winning. He's still been playing amazing. And I think that this Packers team...
We'll cover that a little bit more later on into the episode, too. But
Justin Fields has been...
Team is a joke.
Yeah, it's very interesting. It's very interesting. I think the Packers could easily implode. And is Aaron Rodgers playing this week? Because I know he left early last week.
Both quarterbacks are in question going into Sunday's game, and we'll find out more later in this week.
We could have a Jordan Love versus Trevor Siemian game, and I would probably take Jordan Love over Trevor Siemian right now.
This might be one of the lowest rating Packers, Chicago Bears games ever. Yeah. I'm predicting it now. It's not gonna be pretty.
I mean, I'll still be interested just because I hope Justin Fields is healthy, because if he's healthy, I think I'd go Justin Fields, because I don't trust this Packers defense right now. I don't. Next is the Commanders at the Giants. I think it's an easy game for the Giants. I do have them. In my opinion, I think they're going to miss the playoffs barely. I think they're barely miss the playoffs just because the NFC West and the NFC North might produce another team. But I mean, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of the Giants long term, but I like them in the short term.
Well, the Giants, what are their odds this week? It's pretty much split in the betting. It's in New York. The Giants have been playing well at home this year, and so I think the Giants probably do pull this one out.
I mean, it's just that defensive line. Like if that defensive line comes to play and stops Saquon Barkley like the Seahawks did, they can't do anything on offense. That's why I'm not liking the Giants if they do make a playoff push. Again, another team we'll talk about later on in another segment. I don't know if I'm buying a playoff push from them. Next is the Seahawks going to the Rams. Seahawks. It's the Seahawks. It's easily Seahawks. In my opinion.
Rams are falling apart on the side. They have Super Bowl hangover 100%.
There's
too much money into the team, and so they're going to have to start rebuilding.
Yep,
It's sad, but
I completely agree.
they're a
And
one and done Super Bowl team.
it's
So
interesting that everyone talks about Super Bowl hangover for the losers, but look at the last 5 to 10 years. It is only the
I think it's both
Patriots.
teams.
It is the only the Patriots and the Chiefs that have ever gone back to the Super Bowl after they
And it
win.
was the same Super Bowl.
Yeah, like it's very interesting to me that like everyone talks about Super Bowl hangover only for the losers, while the winners also don't go back either. Like look at the past 10 years, it is either Tom Brady or Patrick Mahomes going back. Besides that,
And
no one
those are
goes
the
back.
both different breeds on both of those. So I
Yep.
mean,
It's very interesting to me that I'll never think that if you win a Super Bowl that you're gonna go back next year. I'm done. This was my year that I had the Rams in the NFC Championship game. That was one of my
dude, I had them
predictions.
winning it all.
I had the
First
Broncos winning it
five.
all, man. I had the Broncos,
I had the
man.
Broncos going deep playoff run, man. I thought Russell being in that position. I mean, we'll see. Continuing on to the next parts of the season, but
Yeah, then Saints at Bucks. I have the Saints. The Saints are just a sleeper team. I think they can beat anyone, but they can also lose to anyone.
100%. And Brady struggled against the Saints. He's only beat them once in the regular season, if I'm not mistaken.
No, you're right. It was last year.
Bucks are favored in this game, though, according to Vegas, and so and I agree with Vegas on this one. I think the Bucks will find a way to win. I think Brady is tired of losing. He's not used to losing. I think he's gonna want to win this game and prove a point. So we'll see. We'll see if the old man can do it. But I think the Bucks win.
All right, awesome. Well, that was Nick's picks of the week.